Oh, good morning. Guess I need to hold this up here right now, huh? I am so honored to be here with you all today. What a pleasure to see your beautiful faces on this day. As I was preparing for this talk, I always check in with Spirit to see what is it that I'm to speak on and what is it that I'm to move through as well, because it ends up being a message for myself first. So, one of the things that I thought about was with the GPS. How many times have you heard your GPS tell you as you're driving along, says turn right, and you're thinking, I know a better way to go, so I'm just going to go the other way around. That's happened. It's happened to me so many times. I think, why is this thing having me go this direction? And then all of a sudden you'll hear this thing. I use Waze sometimes, so it says recalculating. It's like, or it says turn left or turn left here. It's like, I'm going a different way. And I was like, okay, I get to the point. It's like, all right, I'll listen to you because evidently my way is not taking me the way that I thought because there may be a roadblock or something that's there. Oh, that's why I was supposed to have turned left back there about a mile away. But you know what? The same thing happens with spirit. Spirit gives us these, drops down these nuggets to us, gives us this divine insight, and it will tell us, turn left here, or go apply for this job here, or go talk to this person over here. And we may think, I don't want to do that. It's like, why am I? No, not happening. Or something in regards to even finding a place to move to, a new home. And Spirit may say, as you're driving around, turn up this street right here. And you turn up the street, and there's a place that's there that has a sign outside that says for rent. It's like, wow, didn't see that one coming. But that's how spirit operates in our lives. Even now, as we are navigating the circumstances of our world right now. Your theme for this month is, as Kathy mentioned, guided by spirit as we arise. But how do we trust the guidance when everything around us seems so uncertain? Spirit is our GPS. Spirit has a higher perspective of all that's taking place in the world right now. Just as the GPS has a satellite view, Spirit has this higher perspective. Spirit sees where we are, where we've been, and where we need to go. Because sometimes we might think some of these things, as they say, history repeats itself. How many times have we been in a situation and that same situation is returned back to us again? Didn't I experience this? Especially if you start reading through your journals and you start seeing, I had this same request 5 years ago or 10 years ago, and it's back up again. But the thing about it is, whatever it was that allowed us to get through that process 10 years ago, we've grown since then. And our perspective is different. Our connection with spirit is different. But the thing is, it's like spirit, we have to remember spirit is who we are, that we are that divine presence. There is no separation, there is no God and I. There's God as me. And God as me is, what is it when we settle into that space? What is it that I'm to know and do in this moment? And listen. Dial into whatever the direction is of what you're calling forth. And I understand there's so many uncertainties there that are happening in our world right now. We think about Social Security, we think about people losing their jobs, we think about so many things that are happening in this time and space right now. And in this process of it feeling so devastating for us, what we know is that there is something that we can truly turn to, and that's that God within us, and ask, what is mine to do in this moment. I know that there are so many elders that are in our world right now, and they may feel like they're being left behind, or something is happening that they're not important, or their lives don't matter, their livelihood doesn't matter. I know that there are programs that are shrinking all around the country right now. And in this process, it becomes social isolation, and that's increasing. And the support systems that have been in place seem like they're disappearing, not just for the elders, but for all of us. Those places that we could have relied on or have relied on now seem to be not in existence anymore. And it could feel like we've lost our way. Like with the map, like the map has disappeared. It's like there is no GPS system that's there because we can try to push us like, how do I go to Social Security office? Oh, well, wait a minute. That one that was there is closed. How can I go to this educational department? Oh, wait a minute. That one's closed. So we have to redirect now. And where do we go? We have to trust. The GPS is that we have to trust spirit with what it is that we're to do. It's not to say that we're to sit back on our laurels and do nothing, but there are so many people that are now, what was it, 2 weeks ago? I think they had the rally in DC, and I think it was last weekend. The rally in DC and all over, I think Oakland, Alameda had a rally also. And just people coming together because it's at a point now that enough is enough. We need to change the positioning, change that GPS positioning. And that's when we get out and do things. And our actions, it makes things happen. Even if our actions are prayers, we're in that place of we pray. We allow Spirit to use our voice to say what it is that is to be said. When we come from this heart space, trusting and knowing that everything that we see, the people that we're interacting with, whether we look at them as good or bad, God created each one of these. Now, how we all choose to interact in the world, that's a different story. Because what we know is that God is of love, God is of joy, of peace, of harmony. And that's not what we're seeing in the world right now. And so people ask the question, it's like, God, how is this happening? Why is this happening? Some may have gotten an answer about what it is that's happening in the world. And the question is, what am I to do? How am I to respond to what's happening in the world? Sometimes people respond in this place of anger, and that's okay because that's what's within us, because we have to release that. But the thing is, like, when we respond in anger, what energy are we putting out into the world? Because if we're putting out this angry energy, this is what we're going to continue to keep seeing, more anger showing up in our world. And it's not to be that we need to just like, oh, well, this is happening in the world, and it's like, and somebody else can handle this, or somebody else can take care of this, or however we want to say it. But the thing is that when we go within and truly trust spirit, sometimes we even say, you know what, God, I have to take my hand out of this situation because what I know is like I always say you have a bird's eye view of what's happening, and whatever it is that I need to know to do, it will be revealed to me. But what I'm knowing and trusting is that I surrender to that is needed to be done on your behalf in regards to those individuals that come and make a difference, those that come and make a change, those individuals that whose mindset will shift. That's that recalculating the GPS system. It's like, recalculate. We think a thought that it may be negative. And it's like, you know what, really, I want to go and it's like and just choke the out of this person. And we think recalculating. Okay, I get to see the divine in this person and know that there is something within them that knows their higher essence, knows that God that's within them. And then I trust that there's something that's shifting that will allow them to be able to see something different, do something different. There's a quote from Emma Curtis Hopkins, and it says, "The world will persist in existing, in exhibiting before you what you persist in affirming the world is. If we affirm chaos, we will experience chaos. If we affirm divine order, we open ourselves to be guided by it." So I think even when we feel lost, Spirit knows exactly where we are. Even when we feel depressed or down, Spirit knows where we are. So as we recalculate, trusting the detours, wouldn't it be nice if Spirit gave us a step-by-step instructions? Like in 500 feet, your breakthrough is coming. Hold on. Hold on tight. But no, Spirit just says, trust me, and expects us to walk in faith. There are so many different lessons that are taking place in our world right now. And sometimes we have to look and ask, what is the lesson that I'm to learn from this? But be open to the answers that come to you, because sometimes those answers that show up may not be what you want to hear in that moment because we're holding so much anger, so much hurt within us. There's a song by Andra Day, Rise Up. And part of the lyrics that I like in that song is, "We'll rise up high like the waves. We'll rise up in spite of the ache. We too rise up, overcoming the detours and rising higher again and again, in spite of the challenges that are happening in the world." We have that power within us to be able to rise up over these obstacles that are showing up right here and right now. Think about every major social movement in history. They all faced setbacks before they started making progress. But think about the civil rights movement, how they didn't stop when barriers arose. They actually adapted, found new routes, and kept moving forward. And that's exactly what we must do today. How do we create new routes and move forward into something greater? Michael Beckwith says, "You can start with nothing or no thing, and out of no thing and out of no way, a way will be made." Think of an idea, a thought. What is that part of what is mine to do? You may be guided to go to your local congressperson's office and request a meeting, or it's like, or give your what how things are affecting you in your world. That's a way, and it's like, and be open that they are listening. And in this process, as we follow Spirit's guidance, Spirit is whispering through our intuition, our gifts, and our gut feelings, and the things that light us up. You ever notice how some things feel heavy and hard, like now, while other things may feel light and exciting? That's divine guidance in action. And when we trust the guidance that we receive, we rise, just like Andra Day says. We'll rise up 1,000 times again, finding new energy and determination with every step we take, trusting that Spirit is always showing us the way. Beloveds, Spirit is always guiding us. Trust that, know that. Even when we feel lost, even when we question the path that we're walking, even when we make what we think are wrong turns, Spirit just smiles and says, recalculating, recalculating. I invite us to walk towards our faith, walk in our faith, knowing that every road, every detour, and every delay that we encounter, that it is truly part of our divine unfolding. Knowing that in this moment, everything changes in an instant. We look at things being good or bad, and that's that division, that separation from Spirit. As the saying goes, it is what it is. Our thinking makes it good or bad. These are the facts of what's happening in our world right now. How do we shift our thinking of how we want to see a world that works for all? And in this moment, we have the power, we have the gift to do that. Plug it into your GPS. This is God's pilot system that's moving us through this world right now. And I love this. So in this moment, we just go into prayer. We take this into prayer knowing that there truly is only one life, and that life is God. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. That life is the life of each and every person on this planet, right here, right now. In this moment that we surrender into the goodness of God, knowing that as we fall back into its arms, that it catches us and it lifts us up and it moves us into the right and perfect direction that we are to move into. That when we plug in that the information of where we want to go into the GPS system, that God's pilot system takes us exactly where we need to be, speaking to the right and perfect people, doing the right and perfect actions each and every time. Even if that time is just to, when we arise in the morning, to give thanks for this day and ask the question, what is mine to do on this day? And listen and honor and act on that you are called to do. In this right now moment, God is using us for something greater. What I know is that all the muck that has been in the bottom of the underneath, that is all coming to the surface, because it's coming to the surface for a healing. It's coming to the surface for the truth to be revealed, so that we see the darkness that has been there for so long. Those places that need to be cleaned up, that they're being cleaned up with, and we send love to each and every person that has been affected with job loss or with loss of family, friends, or however that loss may show up. But the thing that I know is that there is no loss in God. There's this transition that's happening right here, right now. In this right now moment, God is saying, let me guide you. I am guiding you right here and right now. Trust me. Allow this time, this moment, to reveal amazing things that you have never experienced before. I give thanks for the power that we have within us that allows us to be here today in this right now moment. I give thanks for the power of God that is me, that is you, that is each one of us, because each one of us is a little piece of God. And God is in as us, moving through this world. So holding on to that mindset of, I am God in action, right here, right now, and this is mine to do. Oh, I'm so grateful for this time that we have come here on this day. As we move into Passover that's happening, as we move into Easter that's allowing the resurrection is happening right now. The resurrection of who we are is coming forth. It's already happening now, and we get to celebrate that resurrection on next Sunday. I'm grateful for this and so much more. Knowing that this word, this prayer that I've spoken, that is already taken place, and whatever prayers that you are holding on, that you're holding into, that you've already spoken out into the room today, in your thought, in your energy, in your voice, know that it's already unfolding right here and right now, because what I know is that we speak out into the world cannot return to us void. That the universe is already saying yes, and that is already unfolding in perfect and divine order, even if it may not look like perfect and divine order to us in this moment. Trust and know that there is something unfolding. I'm trusting Spirit with all of this right now. Trusting me, trusting you, trusting the we, this spiritual community, all of us that come here together to make this world a better place to be. So I give thanks for this and so much more. And I just release this word to the law, knowing that it is already done in the mind of God. So I just surrender into the unfolding, the perfect unfolding of divine order happening now. And I just anchor this prayer with blessed be, Ashe, Amen, and so it is.